Hi everyone, it's Missy here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's video, I'm doing something a little different. One thing that I've been asked a lot, especially on my At Home with Missy channel, is how I remove my facial hair. Now in this video, I mentioned several times that I'm not saying that you need to remove your facial hair or that having excess facial hair is bad. It's just something that I don't want for myself. So I'm going to share with you in this video, step by step, how I remove the hair from my beard, my mustache, my eyebrows, and my nostrils. It is more of a step-by-step for you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions for me, make sure that you leave them down in the comments below. And yeah, so let's head over to my bathroom and we'll get started. Now, I'm not saying that you need to remove your facial hair. It's completely personal preference, but I don't like it. I have a lot. It's really, it's not thick, but I just don't care for it. So I choose to wax my face. And the reason why I wax my face is because I spent years shaving, and you have to shave like every other day. And since getting sick and being on immune suppression therapy, I don't feel comfortable using a blade against my skin. So I started waxing my face, and we use like Veet or Nair on my legs to take care of the hair there. So I thought I would walk you through this process. It's actually not that difficult, and it's kind of inexpensive. So I paid $25 to have my face waxed at the place where I get my nails done. And I'm like, okay, $25 every 2 weeks. That's $50 a month, because I need it about every 2 weeks or so. And I thought I can buy my own stuff at Amazon. So I bought a wax pot. This is probably hot. It looks gross because I've been using it. And then inside, I am melting some wax beads. So this is the Pro Wax 100. I'm sure you can find other models on Amazon. And mine looks rough because I've had it for 2 years, I think. Whoa. So I buy wax beads. This is actually a brand new, it just says hard wax beads, pearls, beads, wax beads, whatever you want to call them. And then you just melt them and then you put it on your face. So I purchased wax beads. These will last you a long time, promise you. Now, if you're doing your legs, no. But if you're doing just your face, yeah. And then you're gonna need some popsicle sticks. So that'll work. And so I'll walk you through how I do this. Let me put this back. So I start with some oil on my face. I'm using just the argan oil from Shea Moisture. This is just about empty, so I don't know if I can get it to pump. Maybe a little bit. Okay, so anywhere I'm gonna wax, I will rub some oil. And this just helps with the wax removal, because you're not going to put a cloth on it. I need a little bit around my nose, it's itchy. You're not going to put a cloth on this. So you just use it like you would like sugar wax. I don't know if you've ever seen that. We're going to rip off the wax. We're not going to add any we're not going to add a cloth. My brain today. I've been fasting for 3 days, so that might tell you what. Actually, I may not need to do my nose, but I most definitely need to do my chin and my face. Okay, so once this is done, I'm just going to put this on my face. So I just take up about this much. Then I'll just use this mirror. I just glide it up my face. And yes, I wax this far over, and yes, I wax this much on my face. I know a lot of people do like dermaplaning, or they'll shave their face to exfoliate it. I use a chemical exfoliator. I don't feel like I need the dermaplane. And again, this is, to me, it's easier. You don't want to get them. You want to make the little, oh my word, this is going to be the worst video ever. you don't want them to be too close together because then you'll get one huge piece. And I find sometimes that smaller pieces are a little bit easier, especially your first time. The very first time I did it, I don't know if I still have the picture. If I do, I'll insert it. I had black wax, like it just kind of went to one big piece. And talk about not fun taking off. That was 100% awful. It took me probably a good 5 minutes to rip my hair out. I'm gonna need to bring in my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. So I apologize if you can see it. No, you can't. Good. And you can see, maybe not, you can see the hair poke through the wax, which is kind of funny. The only bad thing about this wax sometimes is it gets real stringy. I haven't used this wax. This is a new wax to me. So we'll see. I'm gonna scoot back some so you can see me a little better. I need a new phone tripod because that one no longer, I can adjust it. That's a good one. Where you can see the hairs poking through maybe. So you need to let it cool on your face. So what I do is I normally just set a timer for like 15 minutes. And you probably don't even need to do it that long, but 15 minutes is a good amount of time for me to get something done. And I'll just, kind of feel around, see if it's warm or if it's cooled down, and then go from there. This wax has a scent. The last wax I used didn't. And in fact, I bought this warmer and it actually came with like 4 bags of pellets, wax beads, whatever you want to call them. Pearls, beads, whatever. Now you don't want to have this on when you're trying to eat or something because it kind of makes eating or drinking impossible. I mean, you can, but you may not want to. Okay, I'm gonna do my lip. And I just kind of lost a few nails. I need to get them back on. I do it like that because I don't want wax to actually get on the skin of my lip because, oh my word. I got it on my eyelid one time. So I am not, I'm not an esthetician and I'm not someone who does this for a living. This is me doing this at home, looking like a pink Santa. So for my eyebrows, I should have brought an eyebrow pencil or left ooh, this is an eyebrow pencil. How did that happen? It was just in here on accident. Hot dang. So for when I do my eyebrows, I kind of like to spoolie them up. And then I know where I need to put, oh, my skin is so dry. This is the bad eyebrow. My left eyebrow is the one that went through some shit. So I'll either brush them up, or I'll show you both ways, or I'll fill in my brows like I would normally. Just create the line that I would use. Maybe got a little messy. So anything under this line will be waxed and anything above it will be left alone. So you can do that on both eyes, however it's easiest for you. Now waxing your eyebrows is not super easy. You have to be really, really careful, or at least I have to be. So I will take my craft stick, popsicle stick, whatever you want to call it, and I will let most of the wax come off. So I'm left with like just a little bit. Then I will open my eye and put it where it needs to go. That way I miss my eyelid. If you don't have hooded eyeballs, you may not need to worry about this, but I have hooded eyes and this is a problem. So. Then I need to remove just a little bit in between. I wear an old shirt when I do this. It does come off in the wash, but it doesn't, like, it leaves little dots. So I would suggest that you this is a little better. So you just pull it up a little bit. Uh-oh, see, these two got stuck together. And you just rip. And you're not gonna be able to see anything on this because it's all peach fuzz. And then I'll kind of look to see what I missed and if I need to do this side again. And then you just throw the wax away. So I do have a little bit more right here. I'm pretty hairy. Okay, I am going to set an alarm for, like I said, about 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and I'll give you a close-up so you can see it if you want to see it. If you don't want to, you may want to skip ahead. And then I'll show you what I do when I'm done. This is it. I'm just going to rip some hair on my face. All right, I don't know if you can see anything. But like, this is hair. This is some hair. I'm not nearly as hairy as I like could have been, but I just don't like to grow it out very long. It's hard to see the wax because it's pink and the lighting here is so bad, but JS, now I've put this on the internet and everybody can see me in my Santa glory. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. And again, I just pull it off. Let me get one where you can actually see something. I think maybe you'll be able to see this one. Yeah, a little bit. Kind of like a Biore strip. You pull that stuff out of your nose. Oh, here comes a little kitty cat. Are you helping Mama, Roxy? Hey, are you helping? You helping Mama rip hairs out of her face? Another one. So yeah, I just do that until all the hair is out. It probably takes me a good, I don't know, 3 goes. If your hair's not as stubborn as mine, because even tweezing it takes me a hot minute. Railroad. Yes, ma'am. The manager is not on duty. I know, it's awful. I know. She's mad because we are not playing. But I tried to play with her and she wouldn't play. Alright, so I'm going to do my nostrils. So what I do is I take 2 Q-tips and I just dip them in the wax. Mama. I tried to play with you. You would not play with me, Mama. And then I just stick it in my nose. You just want to make sure that your nose is, like, you can't see inside your nostril. And I don't let this go 15 minutes. I let it, I was looking in the mirror. I don't let this go 15 minutes. I let it go for maybe 2 or 3. I did this to Rob a couple of times and he was like, never again. To me, it didn't hurt. I don't know. Like maybe I just go fast. But the very first time I did this, I'm like, am I really gonna do this? Thumbnail. Maybe I will make this the thumbnail. Probably not. Anyway, the very first time I did this, I was like, oh my God, I'm just scared. I'm terrified. And then I did it and I was like, oh. And I know a lot of people are like, you shouldn't do that. But I actually breathe better when I don't have nose hairs. It's so weird. But again, at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. I can't tell you that. So just kind of wait till it's hard. And then I just rip. I'm not going to show you the nose hairs. Guys, do you really want to see the nose hairs? And you can see I missed a little bit right there. So I'll just turn it back over and dip it back in. I let it set for a second so it didn't burn me. It's still kind of warm though. Holy crap, what a cracker. Ah, that one's fresh and so clean. But yeah, you just rip it out. Okay, so I am gonna keep at this. Like I said, sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 times because my hair is and I still have to pluck sometimes because I have 3 or 4 that just will not come out of the hair won't come out of the follicle or whatever it's called. It's like, girl. So I will show you how I take care of the excess wax and what I do when okay, so I am done waxing. Now it's time to remove the residual wax. You can see there's not a whole lot, which is really good because the last wax, there used to be a lot. So I just take, these are our baby washcloths I got off Amazon. This is what I use on my face at night when I'm taking off my makeup. And I just sit it on there for a second. It's warm, got warm water, and that helps a little bit. There's probably an easier way, but you can sometimes put the wax, put wax on the wax and it'll pull itself off. But I don't really have time. Well, I do have time, but I don't want to mess around with that. I think I did a pretty decent job this time. Okay, so my lips are so dry. I'll exfoliate them later. So now my skin is red and inflamed and it hates me. So I go back in with that same oil just to give it a little extra moisture. You could always go in with like aloe vera or something a little bit more soothing if you wanted to. This works for me, and then I'll make sure to add lots of good yummy stuff when I do my skincare tonight. And then on top of that, I got this sample of the Honey Halo from Pharmacy. I mentioned that in my Black Friday haul. If you missed it last week, I've been using this as my current moisturizer since the ones I want to use going forward are actually in a project or will be in a project. So I just use these little spatulas I got off of Amazon and I add some. This stuff stinks, like it's awful, but your skincare is not supposed to smell good necessarily. Oh, it just feels so good though. You could follow up with a mask, like the Origins Drink Up mask, or you could use the, like I would do like the Ulta watermelon one. I would do one that you don't have to wash off. One that can just sit. Ooh, I'm gonna have to exfoliate the neck. Got some dryness right there. And that one that can just kind of sit on your skin. Gonna add a little bit more to my forehead. Even though I didn't wax up here. Clearly it needs it. All right, so that's it. I just leave the wax in the wax pot. Put the wax pot, mine came with a cover. I don't know where it went, but I put the wax pot underneath the sink. I get probably 2.5 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks out of waxing. It just depends on how bothered you are when it grows back out. So that was a little longer because I have a really bad habit of doing like this anyway. So when I start feeling a little stubblies, I'm like, okay, it's time to wax. But then I wait until there's, you know, enough to wax. And sometimes I don't even need to do my nostrils or my eyebrows, but my face definitely needs it. So that's it. I hope this was helpful. I am seriously considering making the walrus, the screenshotting the walrus with the 2 Q-tips hanging out my nose as the thumbnail for this video. We'll see. That's it. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you later. Bye.